All right, we're about to start, y'all, with the new interview. Let me bring up PY. Mizzi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
All right, there you go. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Uh, All right, so this is another episode of Holding Court with King Mumbles. We got another interview that we're about to do. We're introducing PY Mizzi. So how about you introduce yourself to the people, let them know who you are and what you do?
All right. Hello everyone. My name's Mizzi. Young artist. I just started releasing music. I've been making music for about 2, 3 years now. Just started actually being able to like find the lane of what I want to put out, and now I'm putting it out. So really happy with how it's going and the support behind it. So
Okay, so what got you into wanting to be an artist?
Really just like always listening to music and finding that music's really something, no matter what, there it always has something to do with like there's a tune to it. You know what I mean? For you to remember something, for you to think about something, it requires like some type of memory of it. Either and the way I remembered things was through music. So I would make songs about things. I would just to remember them. And now it's like, okay, now you got a voice. You could say things that are actually going on around the world, and people enjoy your music. Put it out. So that's what like drove me into like really thinking, okay, I'm gonna really take this artistry seriously.
Okay, and so what have you released so far that people can find online?
Currently, I'm not on streaming platforms. I don't really think other than SoundCloud. I'm working
Okay.
on releasing everything on all platforms, but I want to get a better mix and master on some songs before I put them out as like my projects and everything. So,
Okay. And
but
what's your process? Do you have like your own studio or do you go to a professional studio? What is your creative process?
I used to go to a professional studio and then I started recording myself. And lately I've been just like recording myself and mixing and learning to master my songs. And then that's what I started putting out lately.
Okay. And how would you how would you describe like your style or your sound to people?
Okay, I would say it's more of a like, more of an emotion, right? Rather than a sound. It's more of a like, a lot of my songs are more feelings of
Okay.
like, you're gonna hear it and it's depending on what mood you're feeling in if you're gonna really like the song, right? So if you're in like a sad mood, I have songs for those. If you're in a happy mood, I have songs for those. But it all depends on your mood. So whatever mood you're feeling is what I feel like I would cater to more than a sound, because my sound varies.
Okay, so you wouldn't put yourself in any specific genre or anything like that.
Yeah, like per se, but I'd say hip hop, like rap more. I like doing that the most.
Okay. And so you said that you've been doing music like seriously for about 2 to 3 years.
No, I've been writing for about 3 years and recording, but I started taking it serious starting 2023. So last year, summer.
Um, what would you consider like one of the best lessons or things that you've learned over the time?
Definitely not to force anything, but also know when to put things out. Like, don't
Okay.
hold on to anything too long, but also like know how to build up when you are putting it out.
Um, and do you like make your own beats as well, or what is your creative process?
Before I used to have like producers just send me beats, and then it became like I just had a stockpile of them, so I started recording over them, and then I came into contact with another producer, and we just been working on like whatever I'm feeling like. So I say a type of beat, he makes it, and I go put it out. So
Okay. And um, what is your like? Do you have like a plan on what you're releasing next, or like what is your like what is your goal coming up for what you want to do with your music?
definitely in the next, I'd say in the next 4 months, I'd want to have
Hmm.
at least, so by the end of summer, I guess, I'd have my project out that I'm working on. So that's going to be at least 12 songs. So I'm really hoping that comes out really well. Otherwise, I'm going to be releasing like singles here and there that like lead into the project. So it's all like storyline based, basically, or like thought based.
Okay. And because it seems like music now, especially with the online stuff, a lot of it is connected to like um, also creating content and stuff to go into that. Um, how have you looked into how you're going to market it? Like, have you thought of the the way to promote it and everything like that, or?
Yeah, currently I'm speaking with like a couple pages to promote it, like to post on their page so that we could put the songs out, as well as I'm working on creating videos with myself in them and
Mhm.
visuals for like with the lyrics on them and everything, so people know what's being said and know what they're listening to and can understand how to like, okay, this is what he's saying. Because I understand that on a lot of the music nowadays, you can't really understand anything, right? So I want to make, that's another thing of why don't put things out, is because the clarity in a lot of my vocals, I would like it to be a
Yeah.
lot. So that's another thing. It's like,
Oh, cool. And other than the producer that you work with, do you have like
oh,
other
there's,
people that you
yeah,
constantly collab with or anything, or?
yeah, there's a list of producers. There, I just made a song with producer Brandon, right? His name's Hey Brandon.
Okay.
I have a producer in my label named Jack Mac. Another one, his name's Alan. Uh, then another guy that I'm working with is Ryan Jade, and I can't really tell you where he's from, but his beats are just like, they're crazy.
So you said your label. So do you run your own label, or you're just
Yeah,
on somebody else's label, or?
no, I run my own label. It's GMS. It's called Get Money Solved Records, and we have
Hmm.
like I think about 4 artists right now. The number, if like it's there. We got the artists and we got our producers, Alan,
Okay.
Jack, and we have a camera people to like shoot videos and stuff. We just gotta go like contact them again. Like I have to go into their spaces, or I just call them over here. But we're just working that out.
So how long have you been doing the label stuff?
Label, I'd say it started like last year, really like seriously, it started last year, February, I guess. And then I started adding members to the label, going around, listening, like working on music with these artists, working on plans to promote, working on plans to push and like get their names out there, interviews and things. So roughly been a year, and we're
And
still going.
how do you find the artists? How do you find the artists that you choose to work with?
Well, I really just like any scouting. You just I go online, I search up like similar sounds to mine, I guess, or similar sounds that I like, and
Hmm.
I'll go to upcoming artists and find out, like message them and ask them if they're interested in working with the label and working with promotions, simple things, and get their response. And if they're serious about it, then we go into further talkings and dealings, and then that's when you
Okay.
sign.
And as an artist, one of the things that I feel has gone down less, and I'm wondering, how do you handle like live shows? Have you done a lot of live performances, or are you looking to do live
I've done.
shows? How do you? Mhm.
Oh, sorry. I've done a few, and it's
Mhm.
fun, but it's really like a lot of the shows were more of like lower, like
Mhm.
not as many people, but I feel like those were a
Yeah.
lot harder than like more people, because when there was more people, everyone's more just listening to the music in the background, right?
Mm.
A lot of them are listening to the artist, but when you're like up close and personal, you have to like more interact with the crowd and talk to people, and like show that same energy, same way you would if there's a bigger crowd, but it gets more like played off with the DJ, I guess, because a lot of the shows when I was starting and they thought I wasn't able to perform, they
Yeah.
would raise the music so you can't hear me on the mic at all, and I'm like,
Okay.
that's not even a performance, right? And they're like, oh, but that's what we do for a lot of artists because they don't really know their words. And I'm like, wow, okay. So that's understandable. But then later on down the road, doing other shows, I would let them know beforehand, I know my words. I could perform. And
Okay.
we perform and we would go on about it.
Okay. So, a question I usually like to ask: um, what is one thing that you've learned since you started that you wish you knew at the beginning?
Shoot. I wish I knew at the beginning. I'd say like just making art is like it's really easy because
Okay.
like life emulates art, right? So you see something beautiful, you can find a way to talk about it. You see something you like, find a way to express it in a way that other people will understand what you like, right? So that's something that I found that made making music and just understanding other artists a whole lot better. Where it was,
Okay.
I knew that earlier.
All right. That's good. Okay. So, you like being what do you like better, like being an artist or running the label?
Being an artist, I'm not gonna like lie. I like recording. I like sitting down and engineering and mixing stuff. I I like the music part of it. The business part
Hmm.
of it is fun, but it's not really fun like compared to making the music. And so I definitely love the art form of it more.
Okay. All right. So, where would people be able to find you?
Uh, People can find me on social media at py.mizzi on Instagram.
Hmm.
On X, I guess it's the same thing, py.mizzy, or it's 3x Mizzy. But otherwise, my YouTube, it's py, same thing, py.mizzy. Um, there's a link tree. Perfect. So there's a link tree in my Instagram. So once you go to my Instagram at py.mizzy, there's the link tree and it has my links to my music, to uh, music, my artists, and there's, I believe, a link to one of my videos that's out, one of my songs that I got open, not an open mic, but like mic performance.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you want to shout out to the people there? Anything else you?
Um, yeah, I want to say shout out KJ. That's one of my artists. Shout out Dolo. It's another one of my artists, and shout out Irvin.
Okay.
These guys they're staying strong. They all put out some music. Their their links are in my link, so you can find them. Also, I have video dropping this Thursday, which is a visualizer to Shadow Scar that I just released on my SoundCloud, and I'm gonna be releasing the video on TikTok, on YouTube, and on Instagram. So it's gonna be a visualizer that's just gonna be on my page of the song. So
Okay. And we'll definitely have all the links put into the description. We'll edit the description, have all of his links there to make sure to check them out. All right. So this was PY Mizzy.
yeah,
And thank you for coming through, man.
thank you for having me. It was great being
All
interviewed.
right.
Have a
No
great day.
problem. And as I said, we'll have all of your links there and we'll definitely show everybody where to find you to check out your music.
Definitely.
And all right. Thank you very much for coming through.
All right. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at 9 o'clock for our next interview. Make sure y'all come and join us. This is King's Court Network, man.